world's highest paid musicians of 2018. Who are the musicians with the highest net worth? Well, these singers and musicians make millions of dollars every year because people love them. And every time you buy one of their CDs or download their music on iTunes or Amazon, they get a cut. So of course, you're going to be wondering who are the highest paid singers and bands. Well, for every one of their concerts that you attend, they make hundreds of thousands of dollars. Wouldn't it be great to be one of them? Some people criticize artists for making so much money because it doesn't seem like they create much value or add non-entertainment purpose to anything. The truth is that people are not forced to pay for their music or concerts, and they do so by their own will. The laws of supply and demand work in the favor of the artist, and many have a net worth totaling in the millions. For every celebrity, however, there are thousands of starving artists out there who make nothing. If you like these people's work, these are the people you should really support. The artists that do it for the love of the music, even though they don't get the highest pay or the best bonuses, are the ones that we need in this world. People with good hearts and love of music deserve to be rewarded. U2 released Joshua Tree more than 3 decades ago, planting its lasting roots. The immortal Irishman played the album in its entirety at every show on the recent Joshua Tree tour and grossed $316 million as some 2.7 million fans turned out to make it last year's most lucrative tour. The tail end of that outing and the beginning of U2's next tour combined to help the band earn an estimated $118 million in our scoring period, making U2 the world's highest paid musical act yet again. And in the midst of all the time on the road, the group also managed to release its 14th studio album, Songs of Experience. For frontman Bono, these elements go together. I've never had that cliche view of commerce and culture being different, he said. I always remember Björk saying to me that her songs she feels are like carpentry. Like her friends in Iceland, one of them designs a chair. Is that more beautiful or useful than a song? Well, it depends on the chair or the song. U2 isn't the only act from the British Isles to pull in 9 figures. Ireland and the UK monopolized this year's top 3. Coldplay claims the number 2 spot with $115.5 million, and its Full Head of Dreams tour grossed more than $500 million in its 2 years, a 5-continent run. Ed Sheeran, just at 27 years old, rounds out the trio with $110 million. His billions of streams helped to make him the highest paid solo act on our list. All in all, the 10 highest paid musicians pulled in $886 million, about the same time as last year's combined tally, but this year's list is a bit more top-heavy, featuring 4 centi-million-dollar paychecks, the aforementioned names as well as Bruno Mars, as opposed to last year's 2, Diddy and Beyonce. Mars has grossed over $250 million and counting on his 24K Magic Tour and keeps more of it than many of his acts due to a savvy management arrangement. It's a long way from where he was when he co-wrote Billionaire, in which he imagined a life that didn't involve fretting over finances. I wouldn't have to worry about, I can't afford to get breakfast, so I'll wait until lunchtime to eat. Mars explained. If I was a billionaire, none of that would matter. I'd be eating diamond cereal. Though the first 4 names on this year's list can all be broadly defined as pop, the rest offer a wide range of genres. There's hip-hop, Jay-Z at number 7, $76.5 million. Country, Luke Bryan at number 16, $52 million. Electronic, Calvin Harris, number 20, $48 million. And even heavy metal, Metallica, number 25, $46 million. There is not, however, much gender balance. Just 6 of the top 30 are women, led by Katy Perry, number 5, with $83 million. She's one of the hardest working names in our rankings, and she's played over 80 dates during our scoring period, grossing over $1 million per night. She's followed closely by Taylor Swift, number 6, with $80 million, who started her Reputation Stadium tour at the tail end of our 12-month range. There were a few quite known near misses as well. Rihanna, J. Cole, Dr. Dre, and Nas all earned over $30 million, but that's not quite enough to crack our top 30. And some on the list could have ranked even higher under a different classification system. Jay-Z and Beyonce both made the cut as solo acts while touring and releasing a joint album. Together, the Carters earned $136.5 million, more than any single act on our list. Methodology. The following royalty rates were used. Album and track sales, about 22% of retail revenue. If the artist owns their masters, the rate used was then 66% of wholesale. On-demand streaming royalties were calculated using blended audio and video rates of respectively 0.0054 cents and 0.0018 cents per stream, applied against a 33% superstar royalty rate and 50% for heritage artists and 79% for artist-owned masters. Further, the statutory subscription per stream rate of 0.0022 cents was applied to program streams, and per play estimated rates of 74 cents for Music Choice and $30 for SiriusXM. Publishing royalties were estimated using statutory mechanical rates for the album and track sales. The Copyright Royal Board streaming formula produced an average rate of 13.1% of streaming revenue, an average of $2.50 per play for hit radio, and 60 cents per play for heritage spins, and per play publishing rates of 40 cents for Music Choice, $8 $2.33 for SiriusXM, and 0.0003 cents for programmed streams. Then a 10% manager fee was then deducted from the resultant artist and publisher royalty pools, and a further 4% producer's fee was then deducted from each artist's royalty pool. That's a lot of numbers, a lot of explaining, but I hope you get the gist of it.